Hello, this is Mr. Kane again, and we're going to attempt, to show you how to repair a piece of plastic. Now this is a piece of plastic off a saddlebag off a Victory motorcycle, and I don't know if you can see this right here. It's been split. It's got a crack, so it sticks out a little bit. The clamp won't quite reach it the way this is made. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to heat it up for a little bit, and hopefully then I'm going to try to push it back, or it might go back a little bit by itself because plastic does have a memory. I'm out here, I hope you can see it, and we'll go through the steps. I'm sure it's going to take more than one video to get this done. One of the next steps is I'll be cleaning it off a little bit, and then I have my plastic welder, and I'm going to try to melt some of it back together. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to heat this up a little bit, and hopefully I can push it back in place a little bit. Notice I do have my gloves on, so we're going to work at it a little bit at a time. And then we'll be using the plastic welder, the DA, to get the paint off of it before we weld it. And we're going to be using some two-part carbon plastic repair material from SEM, S-E-M. It's a pretty good stuff. I use it, it's pretty user-friendly. So I don't want to get too close to this right now. You know, you need to put a lot of heat over a lot of area, but take your time. It doesn't need to be super hot where the thing actually smudges or melts a little bit when you push on it with your thumb. So we'll see what happens here. It's not too bad a shape, so I think we'll be able to get this straightened out here in a second. To where we can do some more work on it. But you notice I move it around quite a bit, and it's going to take a little bit to soak up the heat. I think it's moving back and coming back into shape a little bit. That's one of the cool things about plastics, is they have a memory, and a lot of these plastics have a certain amount of memory on a bumper cover, maybe on a car, truck, vehicles. There's a lot of plastic. I'm not saying it's going to all work out that way. It just depends on the type of plastic. Usually somewhere on this piece there's identification of what kind of plastic it is. Now, I've already seen this one, and I've got the proper rod to use for it. So, it's looking pretty good right now. I can feel it move just a hair, and it's hot on my thumb. I'm getting this gap in here down just a hair more, and pushing it back together. I'm not sure how it got broke, but it's not too awful bad. But we're going to try to straighten it out here. Here I'm using, of course, a handle of a clamp, but it is hot. I push it out at the top. Okay, now we've gotten it where it's actually back in a pretty good spot. I think we'll be able to go ahead and take the paint off here in a second so we can plastic weld it in place. So I'm going to stop it now, and we'll see what happens in the next video.